I've been asked by my friends to record some of my stories, and since I'd already had begun a sort of a history of memories, I thought I would just turn those into my stories. And it sort of all starts, of course, back in 1948 when I was born in Germany. My father was part of the occupation troops in Germany after World War II, and my mother joined him shortly after he was there, and I was born in Germany. We lived there for 3 years. The first street I lived on, I always thought was kind of funny because it was called Bierstatter Strasse, and of course I'm a big fan of beer. So anyway, we were there for 3 years, and then flew from Germany to the United States. Now, flying over the Atlantic in the early 1950s was quite an adventure in those prop planes because they couldn't fly very far without refueling. But I don't remember much because I was only 3 years old. And the next stop was in Southern California, where my dad was initially tasked to close down an old Army depot, and then he was transferred to Norton Air Force Base for the remainder of the 2 years while we were there. We lived in Whittier. I don't remember a lot about that either, but I do, that's where my brother was born, so Don came along while we were there. And then the only other thing that I remember was I got in a fight with one of the kids in the neighborhood, and as kids do, it was over a stupid thing. It was over a 2x4. And so we were fighting over this 2x4, and I finally either gave up or lost or whatever, and the other kid gets the 2x4 and decides that he's going to hit me with it. So he smacks me right on the top of the head. And, of course, you know how head wounds are, they bleed, and this sucker bled like a, it was crazy. Blood was going everywhere, and I was just standing there crying. The kid ran away, and momentarily the paper boy showed up, and he took one look at me and said, "Can I help you?" And I just at that point took off running and ran home and yelled, "Mama!" And of course my mother took one look at me, blood everywhere, and it freaked her out, and she wanted to take me to the hospital, but my father wasn't home. He was, of course, probably away on travel somewhere and had the car, so she had to go to a neighbor's house and then find somebody to finally take me to the hospital, where they did whatever they did. I still have a nice bump on that head, though, even today.